In theater, there's only one Broadway, and for almost a year, Broadway has been closed due to the coronavirus. With it, 100,000 jobs and a $15 billion hit to the New York economy. In this week's Business of Entertainment segment, we're turning our attention to the Great White Way. And here to talk with us about Broadway's plans to bounce back is Charlotte St. Martin, president of the Broadway League. Thank you for being here. The Broadway League is the trade organization, national trade organization at that, for the Broadway industry. We appreciate you spending time with us today, Charlotte. And first off, what's the state of Broadway, the Broadway community, nearly 1 year into the pandemic?
Well, it's certainly not positive. I mean, our members have lost all forms of income, and the casts and crew, many of them are spread out, not just all over the United States, but all over the world. And so many people are without work. And normally these people are people that can do other kinds of things when Broadway isn't, when they don't have a job on Broadway. And of course, during this pandemic, they've not been able to do that. So it's really quite tragic for so many of those people that work directly on Broadway or whose jobs depend on Broadway being alive and well to be able to do their work.
Charlotte, it must have been devastating. And I wonder, how have some of the actors, directors, stagehands, how have some of them been managing? Many are not from here in New York. Maybe they go back home.
That's right. I think many have. Those that did. I think some may have savings. Some are getting some form of unemployment and other kinds of benefits, but there's not much for anyone to do. I mean, even in the offices, in the producers' offices, in the theaters, in our offices, we had to furlough 40% of our staff. Many offices have completely shut down. Some will come back. But it's a devastating thing. We were the first out and most likely will be the last business to come back in.
Okay, and speaking of coming back, Broadway's targeted May for a return for shows. Now, what does attending a post-pandemic Broadway show look like? What kind of precautions could we expect?
Well, we're still working with the state and the medical and scientific professionals that are advising us. We actually hired an infectious disease specialist to work with our theaters on their protocols. But we don't know yet completely. We certainly anticipate there being rapid testing for the cast and crew. If you've ever been backstage of a Broadway theater, you know that they're very cozy. And it's not uncommon for there to be a costume change with 3 people assisting in an area that's about 3 feet in diameter. So we have to be assured daily that the cast and crew are free from COVID so that they can perform easily. We don't know what will happen with the audience, but we certainly expect for some time to come that audiences will be required to wear masks. We're hoping that the rapid testing could also benefit audience members. We're hoping the vaccines will help audience members. And then we're looking at over 100 touch points of how we make the service we give to our theater goers contactless. So all of those things are being discussed, but nothing is set in stone.
Now, something else you discussed last year around the time where America had its racial reckoning. You told the New York Times that the Broadway League was hiring a company to survey diversity in the industry. So what's been the most impactful thing to come out of this recent survey?
Well, we did not actually do the survey. The survey company said with everybody spread out all over the world And with offices closed, it was hard to get in touch with them. The survey was just one of the many actions that we agreed to take, and we've taken all of the others. We are in the midst of a search for an EDI director. We added BIPOC members to our board and changed our bylaws so that we can add even more because the board was at capacity. We have offered unconscious bias training to all of our members, and our leadership, which consists of about 150 people, have all taken the unconscious bias training because it was mandated. Over 50% of our members so far have taken that. We're about to launch our anti-racist training, which is also mandatory for leadership, and many other actions. Right? We were very into a number of diversity types of activities and initiatives, and these are all new things that we've added to address the situation.
Well, Charlotte St. Martin, very good to hear those things you guys have added and the improvements. Thank you so much for being here.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quicktake now for insight in an instant.